What's going on, Cowboys? Welcome to the CNFT live stream on Tuesdays. We're talking about all things CNFT, Cardano, NFTs, wherever the conversation goes. Really want to thank everyone who's been waiting and tunes in every week. It's just a lot of fun. I mean, the NFT market is going all kinds of crazy, and especially the Bitcoin market driving everything up and down. I mean, I think currently we're crashing right now, but we'll see what happens. It depends on where we all think, if we're a bull or a bear. But that's what we're here to talk about and how that affects NFTs and the NFT market. Anyway, if you're new to this channel, my name is Aaron. I'm just a cowboy, just exploring the wild west of cryptocurrency with a whole bunch of other cowboys with y'all. And I'm just happy to learn and grow with you guys. Now, we've got a whole host of guests tonight. Two who are brand new onto this channel, but let's bring on the first guest tonight. He is a heavyweight in the game like an elephant. Because of his big brain and intelligence, he's a CNFT hippo, spits fire like a Zippo, staying away from all the scams like he was celibate. The one, the only, the crypto warden, Ethan.
Cowboy Nation, we're back at it again, baby. You guys know I say it every single week. It is the greatest day for a reason, baby. It's CNFT Tuesday. I'm wearing the suit tonight. I had to go a little purple because I came from a nice little meeting, but super excited to be on as always, and thank you, Aaron, for having me on.
Of course, you're looking sharp, and the beard's on point.
Appreciate it. Yes, sir.
I remember when we went on to the CNFT con, you were rocking that with the hat. You were the sharpest looking guy in the room. It was really nice. It's nice to roll with some sharp looking people, so that's good.
Number 2 next to you.
Of course, man, of course. But of course, we got to bring in probably the handsomest man on the stream. I'm sorry it's not you or me, but let's go ahead and bring this man on. He's worth the wait, something like a diploma. Spark Lab going viral like the Rona. Faster than a sneeze, sought after like some keys, leaves your brain smoking like a sauna. He's the one, the only, for the first time ever on this stream, but not a stranger to CNFTs. It's Blake from CNFT, or Blake CNFT. His links are all down in the description. Blake, welcome to the show.
Hey, thank you. Thanks for the invite. Thanks for having me. I love the intros, spitting some lyrics, spitting some vibes. So good to see everybody in the chat as well. And yeah, it's awesome to join the Cowboys.
Awesome. Yeah, glad to have you. Actually, in my past life, and when I say past life, I really mean like middle school. I wanted to be a rapper, just like every other male.
You've got something there. You've got some talent. I love it.
We're trying. I really just watch like rap videos, like freestyle rap videos before this one. So I try to come up with ideas there. So hopefully they work. But of course, we got to bring in our special guest, the guest of the evening here. And so we're going to bring her on. Other projects out there, they simply bore us. This project up next says they can't ignore us. Put their art on a canvas, you must understand this. They're tearing up the rust like a Tyrannosaurus. It's Burn Doodle and Seven from Her Monsters. Welcome to the show, guys.
What's going on, Aaron? Hi, everyone. Thank you for having us today.
Hey, everyone. Thanks for hanging out with us tonight.
Of course, glad to have you guys on. We want to get to your project soon enough. But first of all, I just like to get a nice scope of who's here. We'll get to you guys down below in a second, but maybe Blake, for those of us who don't know you, maybe share with us a little bit of your backstory onto like how you came into CNFTs and crypto.
Yeah, for sure. So learned about cryptocurrency in December of 2020. So I kind of got lucky in terms of just kind of timing the last bull market. Found Cardano pretty quickly after that, started investing, March came around, got into NFTs, didn't buy Space Buds, but got in on the Cardano bits and all that kind of stuff, and just became a member of the community pretty slowly and quietly initially. And then realized like, hey, if I want to see this space grow, if I want to contribute something, I'm good with microphones and videos, and that's a part of what I do at my day job. So it's like, hey, I'm gonna kind of translate some of those skills into this space. So November of 21, so about over a year now, I've been making Cardano NFT content, do weekly live streams. So tomorrow night at 8 p.m. Eastern, we'll do another one from this hotel room because I'm my full-time job. I'm remote, but and just recently announced my own project, a video content library dedicated to crypto and NFTs called the Spark Lab. And I'm be happy to share more about that as the night goes on. But again, excited to be here.
Of course, we'd love to talk about it. We also want to hear from the person with the best hat on the stream. Burn, would you give us a quick intro on just to summarize your journey right into crypto and NFTs?
Yeah, so it started off with me teasing my girlfriend mercilessly about her JPEGs, and she just kind of roped me in. She started off by explaining the blockchain and NFTs, and then she bought me one and set me up a wallet, and it was some Save the Oceans project, and it was a cute little fishy, and she totally roped me in. She knew exactly what she was doing, and now I'm pretty full tilt boogie over here. Like, really kind of came for the collector aspect of it and stayed for the community.
Awesome. And Seven, how about yourself? They're here for the community. I heard two community statements here, and it's okay if you're not, but let me know what your journey is into CNFTs.
Yeah, so I moved to New York. Well, I moved back to New York in 2016, I believe, which is when I found out about Ethereum. And from there, I kind of did my journey into cryptocurrency in total. Heard about NFTs a little while in after I took a break and thought it was a fad until I did a little more research and realized that it's here to stay, did my proper due diligence and ended up on Cardano, which took me on the journey that we're all on today, creating our monsters. So just never look back. It's been a ride.
Awesome. Glad to hear it, you guys. But first thing I want to bring up here, let me bring this, put you guys together here. Look, Bitcoin, to me on this channel, we like all the cryptos, right? And all the coins. I have a particular inclination towards Bitcoin. Bitcoin obviously controls the market. Bitcoin's up, everything goes up. Recently, it's taken a slight dip, but is this par for the course? What do you think the market's doing right now? We're on a rise. Is it time to go double down on high leverage and go long, or are we still being a little bit cautious? Tell me what you guys think about the market right now, and how should we be interpreting its movements? Is it going to go down from here? Is it going to go up from here? I just want to get a general sense from you guys, since I don't know you guys so well. Maybe we don't know either. It's up for anyone.
Yeah, I can kind of tackle it. I don't think anybody in here is a technical analysis expert, but I think it is a little premature. I think maybe some of the people who have been through a cycle, I haven't been through a full cycle yet of kind of the Bitcoin halvings, so I don't really know what like the beginning of this looks like. But I do feel like if it follows a similar pattern, it is a little bit early. So I mean. Personally, I did see, ADA kind of, it's taken a little bit of a dip. I personally sold a little bit of ADA, not because I wanted to, but just for some other reasons and some with the project I'm building. Sold at 38, and so just to get some USD for different things. But so that's kind of how I saw it. It could obviously kind of quickly recover and continue its run, but again, kind of feels a little premature.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, I'm kind of actually with you. It seems strange to me that it would pump so hard so fast. You know what I mean? Like it went from 16 to like 22 in the matter of maybe 2 weeks. That's a strange movement for me, especially with Bitcoin and the market cap it has. Seven, Burn, do you guys have any thoughts on this?
If I can jump in really quick, for
Yeah.
sure. I was definitely having a conversation bearing or getting ready for exactly like the situation that we're in now back in March of 22 when everything was looking good. The only reason because I think history kind of repeats itself, at least when I came in, I saw the 4-year cycle happen personally, and not financial advice, of course, but definitely off of what I've seen previously, we're just in the middle of things. We still have a little bit of time ahead of us. So
Okay.
definitely
A
keep
little
that.
bit of time on the down end, right? Like you're saying it's going to come down a little bit.
A little bit, yeah. And then
Yeah.
we can expect a little higher highs later on.
Yeah, I'm actually thinking it's going to come down a lot more, but to each their own beliefs. I mean, I have no idea. Like I'm just a lizard brain out here. Burn or Warden, you got any ideas here or any thoughts on the market movements?
I'll jump in real quick. I know enough to know that I don't really know what's going on, but I've also
That's
been
your
in the
wife
space,
right there.
right? None of us are soothsayers, so
Yeah.
we're all just kind of figuring it out as we go. But there's definitely some voices that seem really level-headed and clear-sighted to me that make me feel like we haven't seen the bottom yet. So that's where I am.
Yeah, I'm a little bit more bearish as well, so I like that take on it. Warden, you got anything to add?
Yeah, totally. So the main thing, personally, I love the political aspects out of all of it, and the big thing that I'm looking at is we're going to the store right now, and eggs and milk are up to $1 million per dozen. So I mean, once we see that start to calm back down, I think that'll also be a big factor into seeing everything start to rise again. So I think this is totally false right now. I mean, we've seen this in the past. I mean, stuff comes up, but it's bound to go right back down again, especially with the times that we're in at the moment.
Yeah, good point. Bringing in the macroeconomics of it, the political nature of it. There's a lot more things that's in store. Something could go off, maybe nuclear war, maybe some scare, send the markets come crashing down. Who really knows is really Burns' point. Like we're not soothsayers. That's really everyone's point here. So it seems a small consensus, at least an underlying thing is really we don't know, but we have our leaning. One thing I wanted to bring up for sure. Oh yeah, Blake, you had something to say?
Well, I was just going to say another interesting thing is, we had a lot of scares in terms of exchanges. And so a lot of people were exchanging stable coins, withdrawing to USD. Binance had billions and billions of dollars withdrawn. Maybe people were like starting to come back in and they're like, oh, Binance didn't go down. And maybe there's a little bit of a pump, just like kind of some of that money flooding in. You obviously kind of have all the FTX stuff. So there even might have been some kind of just crypto fear to then kind of a little bit of a rebound of like, it's not all I don't know. That's another, I think, point that's interesting with Binance.
Yeah. Good point, because a lot of times what happens is like the market dips a little bit, and then when it dips a little, it dips a lot, or when it goes up because of the leverage, because whatever it happens, you know what I mean? Like the thing spikes up. So yeah, you could be right. The fear adds into that play a little bit. And obviously all this news with the SBF and all that kind of stuff. So that's a little crazy, but I'd like to turn the conversation to what we're here for, into Cardano and the Cardano ecosystem. I sent you guys a link and I thought that was very interesting. Let me put this on the screen. Everyone can see this. Lark Davis is a popular crypto YouTuber. I personally like him. I think his opinions are fair. I don't agree with them all, but I like him. Anyway, he says this. Over 1,000 projects building on Cardano, about 1/3 of them are NFTs, which is nuts. I feel like ADA's NFT scene is pretty heavily underrated. Let me see if I can pull this up. What do you guys think of this tweet? Any reactions to this so far? Look, we got the Mallard order. We got Wanda in here. So yeah, the community is definitely in here. So let me know what you guys think about that statement. It's underrated. Over what do you think about 1/3 building on Cardano? Is that healthy for it? Yeah, give me some reactions here.
That is definitely interesting to see. I was bullish on it without even seeing the chart. You can just see the sentiment in the streets and everyone that's really coming to build over here. You seen heavy sentiment come toward Cardano because it seems that the community is strong enough to withstand the growth that's taking place. Plus, there's so much more to come. So definitely bullish.
Yeah, I agree with you. It's growing, and I mean specifically the NFTs. Like I'm sure there's DeFi. I'm sure the coins are there. You know what I mean? Like with DeFi, I'm not even sure what the other third would be. Smart contract? I don't even know. It's like, what do you guys think about NFTs taking the bulk lion's share of Cardano ecosystem?
I mean, I feel like we're in a big experimental part right now, especially because like it's never really been done before, especially to this massive a scale. I mean, besides really like Ethereum and then all on OpenSea. But I mean, it's a big experimental phase right now because I mean, at the end of the day, no one really knows where it's going to go. But as long as the community continues to come together, and I mean, every day just scrolling through Twitter, you see more and more people saying, "Oh, ADA, I had no idea they had NFTs. Oh, this community is really strong. I'm really surprised by this." So more and more people are continuing to migrate over.
Yeah, I think Cardano Cowboy brings up a good point. He says, "I think it isn't a bad thing, but we definitely need more DeFi and a real fi." I'm not sure what real fi is. I know what DeFi is. And you guys know what real fi is? I'm not too clear on that.
Just a way to describe like how something would actually impact like a real world application. So for example, the best example I think we have is like World Mobile Token, where you're actually bringing connectivity to somebody who doesn't have it.
Okay, like an Oracle. He's talking about an Oracle.
Yeah, or I guess something like that as well. In terms of my take on this chart, I think it kind of comes down to two things. I think one, it shows strength in our community and wanting to actually be a part of something. Like, I don't think a lot of us are developers. A lot of us aren't technically skilled in that way, and that's Cardano's in a very young stage. So what is the one thing that you can do, and what is the one thing you can build on? Hey, I can make an NFT collection, whether I outsource the artwork or bring an artist, or I know a developer or whatever. Like that's a pretty easy thing to start up. So it's like, hey, I want to build, this is what I want to do. On the second hand, there's obviously like the heavy financial aspect. Like, hey, I can make a lot of money by selling an NFT collection. So it's kind of hand in hand, but the way I see that larger 1/3 just being like, maybe I take the optimistic approach, but like I think people who are in our community want to bring something, and that's kind of the easiest thing to bring.
Okay. Yeah, like an NFT or whatever. So that does make a lot of sense. Bring the art, bring the creative aspect of it. But before we get there, is there something in Cardano that's missing? Is the Cardano ecosystem, like some people said, like RealFi and DeFi? What do you think the Cardano ecosystem is missing? Maybe I could give it to, Burn 7 or Blake here. Is there anything missing? Is there something we could be doing better? For me, I would say stablecoin, but that's just personally me. What do you guys think?
I'll jump in here. I want to frame this from kind of an NFT perspective, but I think that Cardano is a really strong chain, and we're doing a great job building out our NFT market. But I would really love to see the artist support that artists on Ethereum get. I think that we have some amazing artists here, and they struggle to sell out any collection that isn't a PFP collection. So that's something that I'd like to see a little bit more of.
Okay. Well, while we're talking about this, like, could you tell us a little bit about your project then? Like, what's Her Monsters about? Give me the broad strokes on it. I'm not too clear on, I'm not too versed in the Cardano ecosystem. As everyone knows, I'm pretty open about it, but I love learning about projects, and I love learning what happens here. So yeah, maybe give us a quick synopsis of Her Monsters here and what you're doing different.
Yeah, so one of the first things that the project stated is we are not a PFP project. We're working pretty diligently to build out a brand. I'm stoked that you're hopping in the website right now. That is Las Mujeres City, and that is the world that we're building on, playing in. And so the project is pretty multifaceted. There's the art, there's the tech, there's the community. We kind of hang our cowboy hats on those tenets. We want to game with you. We want to start projects with you. We want to be an incubator for your ideas. And we're really looking forward to the community helping kind of build out this world of not just Las Mujeres City, but bigger than a city, bigger than states, a country, if you will. And so the meat and potatoes of the project that's Foxy in the ride, and she was raised overseas in a pretty oppressive regime, and made her way, like the badass gangster bitch that she is, to Las Mujeres City, where she has gathered kind of a gang of women to run the city. And she is kind of a crusty individual, but also I don't know. I fell in love initially with the project just as a fan because of Foxy, because she is a badass. She is kind of a loudmouth. She doesn't take no shit. And we're going to be implementing the Foxy Fight Club, where you can grow a team of Foxies and pit them against another community member's team of Foxies in a RPG type tournament.
Okay.
I think now would be a good time to kick it over to Sev, because he usually picks up the crumbs that I leave on the table.
Well, no, you did a great job, and I appreciate it.
Yeah. Can I first, before we kick it off to you, this website is amazing. This is like, holy crap, dude.
Well, thank
Who
you.
built this website? This is amazing. I mean, you kind of gave me a lot of like games and stuff. Let me chew on it a little bit. First of all, Blake, Warden, do you guys have any reactions or chat? Let me just take a second at the chat. Yeah, the website. I mean, the website it's easily one of the best websites I have ever seen from an NFT project. Easily. I mean, I can't think of one off the top of my head that's a better website, honestly. Blake, Warden, you got any reactions before we continue with 7?
I'll let Ethan go first. Host.
I was gonna let the guest go first.
All right, I'm gonna hop in. Oh dang, I was hoping you'd go stay in that arcade room because I wanted to show off. I know it's goofy, but my favorite feature, if you go back out to the arcade, on the right hand wall in the doorway, there's some mesh, and if you just run your mouse along it.
Ooh. Ooh.
So it's really interactive, not just the games. Like there's little Easter eggs and buttons to push and dials to maneuver.
So can I just break it down to like at its bare bones? Her Monsters is what you're labeling as a brand of games, online games. Is that right? And then you want to branch into an incubator.
Well, if I may kind of expand on this.
Yeah, please.
More what Her Monsters is, when we first came up with this inception, we realized that we had a talented artist in Miku that's been doing graphic design work for 15 plus years professionally, as well as having our developer Lev on, who's been doing the same and still kind of does side work of development from time to time, and realizing that kind of the standard that we saw in CNFTs, I won't say it was bad, but it could be better. And us wanting to make sure that we were facilitating an experience that was different from everyone else. So in that, we decided that we were going to create a platform that's an expanding world that we wanted to make sure contributed to the ecosystem in total. Kind of the best experience that you can get on Cardano or possibly any blockchain, that you can either learn some things that can contribute to other projects with our university, HM University, which is in the menu. There are 7 different puzzles on 7 different locations. The 7 that we have now, there's a puzzle here. If you go well enough, actually, if you go back to the beach, you pick up the duck on the dashboard, 100%. And I'll give you a hint, quack, quack, quack. If you go ahead and click, you can close that. And then honk that horn 3 times. It'll take you to a secret location. Into where, initially this was for our Cryo members. This was kind of our first hoorah to kind of stretch our legs and show how deeply we wanted to get immersed into the world that we're building. And we asked everyone to sign our oaths. So more than anything, we really are trying to provide some of the best experience and kind of a portal for mass adoption, not just in Cardano, but in NFTs, to be like, hey, we're going to be gamifying, and this is where the gaming aspect comes. We're going to be gamifying some of your favorite DeFi functions and kind of giving, I don't know, like a bowling lane with the rails on the side. We want to kind of give that so that you can get your fun experience and learning what we're doing, and then beyond that, expand even further into the ecosystem model. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
You know, I get it, but I'm like lizard brain, bro. Like, if I could describe it in like a phrase, how would I describe this? Because this is certainly high level creativity. This is certainly high level of art. There's certainly a level of game, like, oh yeah, Her Monsters. That's you know, what would you say it is an experience? Is that what you're telling me? Like, this is, you're labeling as an experience or a brand, or maybe that's too simplistic. Like, help me out here, because I'm not really the creative type, you know. I'm the copy and make it better type, you know what I mean? So help me out, because this is unlike anything else I've seen. So yeah.
I think you might have said it perfectly. We're a brand that's building a world that will be expanding to further build value into the NFT and blockchain system.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah.
I like that.
Yes.
So yeah, so you're expanding in a whole bunch of. Okay, I signed up. This reminds me of like, you know, all the other NFT projects that I was getting into. Like, they have deep lore or deep, like, fun activities like this that like really draw you in. It's very, very, very creative, high level creativity, especially good because some of these other projects out here are all copying each other and stuff like that. So I like what I'm seeing here. This looks amazing. Blake, Ethan, you saw me clicking around here. What do you guys think?
I'm impressed with the site. I shout out to Freedom 35ers. They kind of put me onto this project initially, doing the duck and the getting through the beeper and the code. It's a very impressive website. So yeah, big fan.
Awesome. Easy.
I mean, I'm going to continue with what we've all been saying. I'm a big fan of this website. I mean, a part of my daily job is to work a lot with websites, and so it's always kind of cool, especially when we're breaking down an NFT project, just to kind of see like the time and the effort that they've spent on building something that seems as simple as a website. So it's really great to see.
What's the USP for her monsters, right? Like, if you were to say like, what's the most valuable thing that you're contributing to Cardano ecosystem, what would that be?
I would definitely say innovation. I think from the very start, since we came here, we made sure that everything we've done has been new and a step ahead. For example, with our Priomet party, we so we had about 300 people whitelisted. 333 people whitelisted into 7 different groups of 50. And we held the talk space to where everyone had to, in each team, solve their own objective, and at the end kind of put all the pieces together to be able to get the mint address or location, whatever it might be. Things like that, our website, when we're coming up with the metadata, if you go on JPEG Store and look at the metadata, part of the reference what Bern was talking about with our Foxy Fight Club is our first kind of foray into DeFi functionality, and the metadata shows that with some of the traits that we have, such as strength, dexterity, perception, things like that. So again, back to your initial question, I'd love to hear Bern's answer to this one is definitely making sure that we're innovating in the space and bringing the best and setting the new standards that we can.
I love it. Bern, you got something?
Yeah, I think we also give it our level best to rope in the community to our the creative building that we're trying to do. We want to involve people as partners and not just as people taking a back seat and coming along for the ride, which has been a determining factor in how we move through the space, how we draw people into the space. We didn't make it easy on purpose. Like, you had to participate and work with each other, and almost at every turn we were like, oh, is this going to be the one where the community is like, too many asks, sorry. But they keep rising to the challenge to the point where they're like getting greedy for more, which has been pretty fun, actually.
Okay. Could you tell me about the apartments? What are those? How does that connect with all of this? I don't know anything about it, so help me to understand.
So the apartments are, man, there's so many aspects to the project where I'm like, this is the coolest, but no, wait. But the apartments are, they're pretty innovative, and I want to say one of our flagship ideas, but it kind of was something that was more, it wasn't the main driver for the project. So the apartments were airdropped. The 300 people that signed the oath first, well, it ended up being 333, were able to mint the priority drop on the last day of September, I believe. But there was such a huge demand in that initial day of oath signing. I wasn't on the team yet, but I remember the team being surprised at how many people jumped in there. So we decided to airdrop apartments that will be around Las Mujeres City to the first 1,000 people that signed the oath. Those airdropped apartments are going to be how you can stake in the game if you don't hold a prio. So our staking is for prio holders only. Or if you have an apartment, you can stake through that and you can rent out rooms. So if you click into one of the apartments, there will be a bedroom count listed in the metadata. And that's how many bedrooms you can rent out, which has really hooked the community. They're totally into it. They're already discussing rent and mortgage, HOAs.
I hate HOAs, man. I gotta pay my dues all the time, bro. I'm sure this is good though. So I didn't even know there's an aspect of staking. I feel so like a dunce. I should have known there was staking, but I mean, I think that's awesome. I mean, like that. I mean, I've seen what staking and like this utility does for communities, and it's a way to give back. So I really appreciate that. So I asked the team here. I get 7. I was on the Twitter. Hey, would you be willing to do a small giveaway? And he's like, apartments. I was like, I don't know what that means, bro. But okay, I said a small giveaway. I'm looking at this. This is 1,600 ADA. So, I'd really appreciate. So how many was that? No pressure, guys. I just
No pressure.
just wanted to know because depends on the games, right? It depends on the difficulty of these games.
Absolutely. Well, how about this? Basically, having one apartment is like having 2 whitelists. The apartment itself counts for a whitelist on upcoming Triple M, and there's a nomination system or a pledging system that we're going to be releasing soon enough. So I guess if we give away one apartment, that guarantees someone a spot and a vote on.
Okay. Yeah, sounds good. Sounds good. What if I bought one too and I gave it away? Would you match that as well?
Oh yeah.
Okay, let's do that. I'll buy one. So we're gonna give away, what is that, 3 apartments today? I'm trying to beat the Freedom 35, guys. I'm trying to
Let's get it. Hype it up.
One away. But there's 3. That's a lot of. That's how much is that? That's got to be like $600 worth of apartments or whatever. Yeah, I was close. Yeah, 565, and this one is all right. So I'm feeling frisky today, guys. I just came from a business meeting.
People in the chat better start inviting people to jump on this stream. We're giving away 3 HM apartments.
That chat is blowing up.
Yeah, yep.
Well,
We better get some bunch of people in here.
Man, they should. Actually, it's really easy to win here too. Like it is insane. It's too easy to win here. Have you guys seen no pressure? Have you guys seen one of my live streams when I'm giving away stuff?
I actually haven't. I've seen you on Freedom 35ers. I have not had the pleasure of seeing one of your.
Oh wow, you saw me on there. That's good. I love those guys, man. I swear. Yeah, they're just awesome guys. They actually got me into the CNFT space. I mean, I credit, what I do here. So let me pull up my tools here. And then I still got a lot of ground to cover with Blake here, man. I mean, we've been kind of
HM. Yeah, let's talk HM.
Well, Blake, do you have any further thoughts on Hermosters here and what they're doing?
No, this is great for me. This is great for me. When I have different guests or different people on the show, I do a weekly market update. The phrase I kind of use is, Hermosters is one of the projects that's kind of on my periphery, in the peripheral of my vision. You know it's there, it's important, but you just you're trying to get time to get to it. So this is actually a perfect setup for me to kind of see firsthand what they've got going on, and to see the site again, to see the different areas and rooms. Some of the I think I saw a little bit of like some type of mini game in there, to see the apartments and the priority passes. It's all it's starting to connect the dots for me. So that's good.
Yeah, I think for me, I heard about you guys when you guys came out. But there's literally so many NFT projects for me to keep up with. And then on top of that, I keep up with the greater crypto market. You know what I'm saying? Like that's just my channel here. That's what people like. Holy crap. You guys are really piling into this thing. 50, huh? Holy smokes. Okay. Before we do that, guys, be sure. I don't even care about liking this video. Okay. Here's what I care about. Go to the links down below and follow them on Twitter. Okay. Blake, Hermosters, I'm sure you guys have your own personal Twitter accounts. I didn't find them, but you got follow Hermosters and follow Warden. All these guys, the links are in the description down below. For whatever reason, my goodness, my iPad's not syncing here, or I'm trying to attach my iPad here because that's how I like to do giveaways. Let's see here. I see two people missing cowboy hats. Where?
You didn't. I didn't get any in the mail. I didn't get the
right.
post.
There's a note here. You must have cowboy hat. Well, Burns on top of things, man. Is that a normal look for you, or is this like Texas, right?
Yeah, no, I mean I sleep in it, so it's chill.
Oh, we're kitchen spirits. I love it. Oh my gosh, I can't believe this is not connecting here. Sorry, let me try to log out here.
So real quick, while you're navigating that, it is a kind of a lot going on to this project, and it can be a lot to keep track of. One of our started out as community members and now is the legal powerhouse for the team. Put together a part 1 and part 2 Medium articles. I think that it can be found through the community-run Discord page, which is the underground and can be accessed through the website. If you go to the alley location and try to get yourself underground, tell them you're there for the Medium articles, and they'll point the way. Seb, do we have a tweet with those?
Absolutely. Is there somewhere I can put that, or?
Yeah, let me see if I can pull it up for you guys here. Boop, boop,
Should be able to pin it to the chat.
Mm-hmm. Or you can put it in the private chat as well.
Oh yeah, you can put it in the private chat, and Ethan can load that up for me. Yo, this is wild. This has never happened before. Hold on, guys. I'm so sorry. Let me see here.
No, you're just leading the audience on. You're like, we're gonna do a giveaway. No,
well, now there's more time for. Now there's more time for
giveaways.
Did you guys let someone know in the Discord group or something like that? Because it's just here we
Maybe.
go. There it is. Yeah, could you Yeah, I guess I was an apartment. Okay, let's give it an apartment. I'm like, holy crap, that's
I'm gonna send it too.
I think I saw a couple monsters here from the very start, and they probably sent the
I swear,
birds in the
guys.
sky. Yeah.
Look, I'm trying to load this thing here. This is not working.
Hey everyone, by the way, I see you guys in the comments. Hope you guys are having a good night. Thank you for joining us. Much love to the family.
Yeah, it's really nice to have the gang here.
Yeah. Okay. This might honestly this is going to have to we're just going to do this. Can you guys see this? This is so bootleg. We're gonna. I swear we're gonna give something away here. I need to give something away. This is not. We can't have a stream without a giveaway. That's just unheard of. All right, guys. Here's what we're gonna do. Put me up in here. We're going to. Oh, Apple Play is unable to connect with Apple, of course. So here's what we're gonna do. We're gonna do a quick game of Pictionary. Hopefully, we could get to 3. For 3 giveaways, but we'll at least give away 1 here. And honestly, I want to do this, but it's not loading up, so I don't know what to tell you. But we all give this away. How do I do this? Well, here's the thing. The Pictionary games go so fast, and I'm used to giving away a lot of whitelists or a lot of small stuff like that. But if it's one bigger thing, I'd want more. Okay, here's what I'll do. I'll do 10 Pictionary guesses, okay? And we'll do 10 Pictionary games. And you guys can decide, or you guys can try to see what it is, call it out what it is, like a waffle or something like that. And I'm gonna try to keep track of in the chat who picks it up too. Now, whoever has the most after 10 gets to pick a winner. If you're here, if you're one of these guys, you get to pick a winner in the chat. So someone in the chat is going to win. So sorry, Blake. Sorry, Ethy. You guys aren't going to win. But you guys can you could pick one of your community members. You could do whatever you want. You could pick someone who's most active or whatever. If you're in the chat and you win the most, then you obviously get it. Okay. Do those rules make sense? So really, your best bet is probably to try to win 2. And then that's the most, because if everyone else wins 1, then you win 2 and you're the winner. Correct. I hope that makes sense. I hope I'm making some sense here.
100%.
Okay. Okay. Here, let me pull up the my Pictionary word generator. Pictionary. I can spell it. Word. I'm nervous. I'm misspelling everything because I'm nothing's working my way right now. 10, and we're gonna go really hard. Okay, here we go. All right. Okay, I'm gonna go. This is gonna be so bootleg. The category. I'm not gonna give a category right now. This is just
A bowl.
Oh, I drew that upside down. I drew it upside down.
Wow, chat's flying.
Yeah, literally.
A bathtub.
No.
A taco.
Yes, taco.
Ooh,
It's
taco.
Oh,
Taco. I was trying to look because did anyone say taco in the chat?
I'm looking.
anyone
I'm
say
I'm
looking.
not gonna lie.
I don't see
can't keep
taco.
up.
I don't.
It's going so
Oh, okay.
fast. Oh no! Now tacos are coming in. No. All right, Seven, you got the first one. Okay, you got the first one.
I did not see a taco before
Yeah, fair.
7.
Well, here's the other tip. The video is on a faster and the chat is in a delay. So
All right, a couple seconds.
you guys have like an advantage here. I mean, it's just I don't know how to solve that, guys. I don't know what to tell you. This I use Restream, and this is what I got. So
J-Hub thought taco first. He thought it. So does that count?
You know what? That does count. No, I'm just that doesn't count. Hold on, let me see if I could just reconnect one last time because this is
Yes, someone's saying the chat is delayed, but yeah, but if 40 people all say taco within a millisecond, then it's not.
I can't. There's nothing to do. I can't do. What do you guys want from me? I can't.
No,
What do you want from me? This is the best I got.
Yeah.
Literally getting my best. Okay, so all right, so this is not okay. So that's one. Okay, I'm glad this is working out to somewhat. So 7, you got the first one. Here's the next one. Okay. Okay, here we go. I got one.
Upside down taco.
A suit.
A doctor.
A businessman.
No.
Well, I gave up. Your hand went on. No, I'm just kidding. Mr. Monopoly.
A dress.
No. Okay.
A uniform.
Okay.
Captain
Okay.
Crunch.
Compound word.
A hand.
Crunch, that's funny.
No.
Colonel Sanders.
Let's see
I
what-
love the left hand, by the way. Shout out to all the left-handers out there, including myself.
Abe Lincoln.
No.
Are those glasses?
A pilgrim.
Aaron, bro. Someone said SBF in jail.
No. Okay, I don't see anyone. Okay, Pringles Man is the closest Landon D, but I don't see anyone else. It's gentleman. Gentleman. Gentleman.
Double thumbs down.
You know, yeah.
This is hard. This is hard. All right. Okay, look. This is
Someone did
harder
say
than
gent.
This is harder than it looks. Okay, hold on. Okay, we're gonna give one more. We're gonna do 10 is too much. I'm terrible at this. The tech is not working. This 10 is too much. Okay, here we go. Here's okay, here we go. Last one. And if no one gets this in the chat, then Sev, you just get to pick. All right, here we go. All right. Uh-oh, that's not a square. Hold on. All right.
Jumping, trampoline. Twirling, gymnastics. Oh.
Rolling.
Tumbling. Cartwheeling, spinning. Bro. What are you
Land.
circling there for?
Landing.
Gymnast, green fingers. Green fingers got it. I saw gymnast. Did anyone say gymnast? I saw green fingers first.
Gymnast.
Gymnastics doesn't count?
No, crazy. Gymnastics doesn't count.
Green, green fingers.
I think it was green fingers. Green fingers is a winner, dude.
Yeah,
don't bet against green fingers. There's a few of them in here that are like, green fingers is the man, dude. He's one of those. Okay, good job, green fingers. We're gonna put you down. 7 is currently tied for you, and then GF, you're tied for 1. Let's come back to this. I do want to talk to Blake, and then we'll do one more. Pictionary. Blake, I had to have you on. One of the things that we were talking about the Cardano ecosystem of what was missing. Additionally, I think some heavy utility as far as video goes. Could you tell me a little bit about Spark Lab? Why did you start this thing? What's going on with it? I know a little bit about it, but a lot of people might not know a lot about it. So yeah, give me some what that's about.
Yeah, it was interesting looking at the guide that you were mentioning earlier, the Lark Davis infographic, because I think a part of it is an NFT collection, so it would kind of fit under that 32%. But there was also a subcat, or one of the categories in the pie chart that says education, and I believe that one is 1.2%. So I feel like we're probably more in that box than the other one. But anyways, the Spark Lab, in a sentence, it's a dedicated video content library for crypto and NFTs. As I mentioned earlier in the stream, I'm someone who has spent a lot of time in this space. I've dedicated a lot of time to this space, and I think if people are like me, I think that it's been a long time coming that there needs to be a dedicated place for our type of content for multiple reasons. One being that YouTube is this massive library of millions of videos, billions of users or over a billion users, and it's really difficult for content to stick out, especially in a bear market like ours. And then on the personal side, the YouTube rabbit hole is real. It's a real thing. It happens to all of us when you want to go to YouTube for a particular reason, and then you end up going down another trail altogether. So if you have it in your mind of like, hey, I want to research Cardano, or I want to learn about crypto, or XYZ, if you could go to a specific site that has only that type of video content, I think that would help a lot of people instead of maybe getting distracted on YouTube. So that's kind of the basic premise of what I'm trying to do with the Spark.
Okay, so with that, what's going on with the content? Like, how do you source the content? Are you trying to bring on creators? Are you sourcing them from YouTube so we don't have to make two different types? There's a lot of you're basically going up against YouTube, but with in a more specific niche. Like,
correct.
Help me to understand some of the mechanics of it. Some of my initial hurdles that had come up in my brain.
Sure.
Into all of that.
Yep. Well, yeah, you basically break out content into two different buckets. One being in terms of we're going to be signing contracts with these different either content creators or different projects, right? So picture your favorite Cardano content creator, picture your favorite project, and then you have to break that into two different types of content. You have curated content or aggregated content, which would be stuff that you find on YouTube. I'm just making examples. Equine NFT does their weekly town hall or whatever they call it. That's a video that you can find on YouTube. But let's say hypothetically we went into some type of non-exclusive contract. It can also be hosted and available on the Spark Lab. So that's one type of contract, or picture your favorite content creator with their weekly video or with a video that they would post there. Then you would have some type of an exclusive contract where they would be creating a video, making a video that would live exclusively on the Spark Lab. So if you have some type of membership to the Spark Lab, then you would have access to a video that you would not be able to see otherwise. So it's this combination, and this is what other software websites do, right? So like Netflix, they have Stranger Things. You can't find Stranger Things anywhere else. That's where it lives, and that's a proprietary thing from them. So it's kind of a similar context. Okay,
so let's put it to like real projects here. Her monsters. What would incentivize you to use Spark Lab? How would you use it? Like, where does the value for her monsters, or what would you want to see? And maybe this would be some good research for Blake, or some feedback, or maybe, I don't know, maybe even a partnership. I don't know. Like I'm just trying to see. We've got two sides of things, right? We're kind of representing a whole bunch of this. Blake being the platform of Spark Lab, providing content. I'm a content creator and take an inner. Well, I don't know what's the word, consumer. And then you guys are content creators for sure. Where how do we interface with Spark Lab or things like Spark Lab in this types of projects, especially from a NFT project side? What would you guys be looking for?
I think that there's a beautiful opportunity because we are university again to where we're going to be providing lectures and things like that. So to have a proper library to be able to hold all these courses, different modules and lectures would be amazing. So definitely, I see a big use case with us there working with Spark Lab. For sure.
So would you need to see some kind of like kickback, or like what kind of incentive would make you want to teach on that platform rather than YouTube?
It would definitely be the interface. I guess how you use it. If it's a little bit easier or if it's more user friendly, then I believe that's the most important thing at the end of the day. Just making sure that the audience likes it, and as long as that's the case, then yeah.
Okay. So, yeah, and I think I can see that from your website. Your interface is pretty easy to use. I mean, very, very intuitive. So Blake, hearing that kind of feedback, what does that tell you in your brand? Like, hey, how's your interface going? How's your UI UX going? Do you have a good developer? Like, where are you in the developmental stages of Spark Lab?
Well, before I answer that question,
who's crackling?
I'm kind of hearing some feedback or something.
Hold on, guys. Hold on. Someone's
click it. It's like one of those old school typewriter sounds.
Okay, there we go.
Yeah.
I think, I've spent a lot of time thinking about this. What's in it for the project? What's in it for a content creator? What's in it for me? Unfortunately, motivation is a big piece.
Well, hold on,
I don't know if I should just push through the clicking and clacking.
Hey, Bern, I think that's you. I think you're crack-a-lacking.
Someone said that's the sound of Spark Labs.
That is interesting. I like that. I like that.
Popping off.
Interesting. But I going back to that, I think for projects, right? And one thing I want to make clear, I'm not saying, hey, everybody leave YouTube and go beyond my platform. That's not what I'm saying. I think that there is a very great place for YouTube. YouTube's obviously helped me a lot with getting, my videos, people who want to watch Cardano content. I'm definitely not saying everybody should just run away and create our own bubble. But I am saying, like, if there is somebody who's really deep in this ecosystem and they want to have a place to go where the video lives on two different platforms, I think there's benefit to that. On the project side, if there's, a non-exclusive agreement, it's like, hey, if there are a lot of people on that site, it makes complete 100% sense for us to be there as well and to have potential exposure to people who might be interested in our project. It kind of seems like a no-brainer there. Now, the question is then, like, what kind of users do you have? And that's, you don't really get to see that until something like that goes live. So that'll be, something that we're going to be working on. Aaron, if you wouldn't mind repeating that initial follow-up question, and I can tackle that one then after.
Oh, what was the initial follow-up question?
I thought there was another. You said you had a question. The initial one was about, like, when you heard the feedback about what they would want. Oh, the interface and, like, the site. Yeah. So there's going to be another announcement that's coming tomorrow. I'm kind of saving some of these weekly announcements for my market updates. There's going to be a couple that come out, and I think the announcement tomorrow will kind of answer more of the questions around that. But caveat there as well. I think, part of this whole thing will be an NFT collection, and also keeping in mind that this initial site, this initial design is somewhat of an MVP with plans to develop it, in the future, of course, but just an expectation setter as well.
Yeah, well, I mean, all great things start off small and then they develop in big. Honestly, to me, it sounds like a video coin desk or something like that. Like, if you're deep into crypto, you're gonna want to know specific crypto related things, right? And that seems like a coin desk or like any other website to me.
Sure.
That I'm looking through, because YouTube will start dropping things in here, and it's really hard to search because YouTube controls that algorithm. Seven, I think you had something you were about to say.
No.
Oh, my bad. Just want to see your beautiful face there. So, all right, I'm gonna try one last time. We're running up on time here, and I don't want to waste this. Honestly, I'm gonna do this Her Monsters giveaway probably like next time, or I need to have you guys on again or something like that. We're gonna have to do this right now, though. This is Green Fingers has one. Seven's got another one. We're gonna do one for the tiebreaker for everyone else who stayed here. Thank you guys for staying here. Do you guys have any like parting words or final thoughts for Spark Lab, Seven or Burn, or Warden? Like, what do you guys think about Spark Lab? Any reactions to what Blake is accomplishing here?
I love the aspect of fighting the monopoly and actually having different platforms that can serve different use cases within the ecosystem. I think that's healthy, and I'm glad that someone's stepping up to the plate. So I'm definitely excited to see what Spark Lab's doing. Sure.
Yeah.
Appreciate you.
Yeah, same here. It sounds like, am I still making weird crackly sounds?
Not anymore.
No, it's good.
Okay, cool. It sounds like, like you were saying, Blake, about it being overwhelming to find what you're looking for on YouTube. So I think there's definitely a need for a more curated experience, and would definitely be a huge tool for onboarding and, self-education.
Yeah, I think so too. Jay Crypto Minded has a good question here, and maybe you could help us answer it. There have been others who tried this. What makes Spark Labs different? Fair question.
Yeah, I think what makes it different is the catalyst, or the main key of this is going to be what kind of content is going to be available on the site. Who can you bring on? Who are going to be your partners? Who's going to rally around you? And to be completely honest, I think I'm in a unique position where I've been in this space for over almost 2 years now. I know I have some connections, I have some network, and I can bring in people that I think will be beneficial to the site in the short term. And I mean, honestly, we'll see. It's this idea that lives in your head, and you try to bring it and actualize it, and we'll see how it plays out and if people really enjoy the site. So we'll see. Yeah, no,
I appreciate the effort to build up Cardano and its community, especially in education. I think it's awesome, especially as Cardano grows. We're going to need platforms like this to go to run to that are platform specific. And you could probably add, like, you being in control of it, you could add like features that are blockchain specific that YouTube might not have already. And this might be, I'm sure you've thought about all these possibilities in the future before, but like connect your wallet, do a giveaway on it, some NFT, like there's aspects to it that you could figure out. I wouldn't even, and from a business mindset, I would even say like, hey, maybe the end goal isn't YouTube. Maybe the end goal is JPEG Store will buy you out and then add your features to JPEG Store or whatever it is. There's a lot of different end games, exit strategies to keep in mind here. I mean, the world's open. If you start to develop a platform, you got a lot of options if you got a platform. So especially in education.
One thing that I love and I like thinking about is just this idea of like buying local, right? Of course you can go to YouTube. Of course you can have a Netflix subscription. There are lots of huge companies and huge organizations, but there's also this idea of like, hey, there's this alternative, right? Alternative grocery store, or alternative website other than Amazon, and you're like, hey, I want to support this person. And it's not just like, hey, let's just make Blake a lot of money, but it's like there are projects on there. There's other creators that will be getting, extra money for the content they produce. So it's like, it's kind of an ecosystem growth type of thing. I don't want to focus only on Cardano. There are plans to grow past this ecosystem, maybe bring in some others from other chains. But of course you start with Cardano because that's where your connections and your network is. So it's obvious that you would want to go there. But I also love that idea of kind of buying local, or enjoying stuff from people that you're more familiar with than just a big brand.
Any news when the main collection will be released?
The word right now that I'm holding to is Q1 is not out of the question, but I'm not going to tie myself down to a specific date yet.
Got it. And by the way, while we got her monsters up here, guys, what's the next best, most exciting thing for HM here that you guys are coming out with? Give me like the alpha. Give me the scuttlebutt. What's going on here?
I'm gonna let Bern take care of that one because I'm gonna get in trouble if I try this year now.
That's what we're here for, man. That's what we're here for.
Yeah, 7 is a leaky ship. So our main mint is coming up. We've been playing coy when it comes to talking about when. So definitely Q1. Hopefully sooner rather than later.
Okay.
And pretty soon after that, we're going to be rolling out the staking, the Prio platform, and then also the pass-through staking with the apartments.
So
in recent news, go ahead.
The apartments will have 2 whitelists attached to it, and that will be for the main mint.
Yeah. So if you hold an apartment, that is 1 whitelist for you and 1 whitelist for a homie.
A homie. Okay. So
yeah,
like
friend or not. We've been seeing some wheeling and dealing in the underground. Which is good. The base community has been very welcoming, but also kind of testing people, asking them to complete puzzles on the website, and we kind of guarded the gate a little bit to let the base community in, and they're really doing the same.
Because HM is a sick project. Because I'm my best homie. You know what I'm saying? Like, I need something.
That's weird. We've never heard that before. You'd be the first one that wants to nominate yourself.
I can't believe that's true. But
classic lizard brain move.
Lizard brain, dude. I just took a lizard brain around here, man. All right. So can I ask, just for context, what did the apartments mint for? Or no, you airdropped them. Golly, an airdrop. It's 16. What was the? I guess I could check the analytics, but what was the height of it? What's the floor? The highest floor?
I think you're cracking the burn.
Yeah, you're cracking a little bit there. Yeah, I can't totally hear, but I'm sure. I mean, this is high already, and especially with Cardano already low, I'm sure that like at like 50 cents a dollar, forget about it, guys. This is a lot of money here, so this is good. We have one last thing to give out, guys, and we're gonna do it my bootleg way here. Let me see if I can flip myself on here. Okay, here we go.
I can definitely offer something for this tiebreaker. I think it kind of, if you want to go this route, I can definitely do this.
What are you offering?
The person that won the other round, their name is Greenfinger, correct?
Greenfingers.
All right. Well, I don't know if it's my shirt says the Green Knight, so
wow.
maybe that's kind of something. So I'm gonna actually nominate my W to him. So hopefully she maybe they can get the apartment. Greenfingers. You will now have 2. All
right. You have now 2. All right.
Huge.
I still want to give away this, but I haven't bought it. I don't have the options. I really want to put this on here, but I do want to go ahead and do one last one. We're just gonna do it anyway. If you win, I don't know what I'll give you. We'll definitely give out the 2 apartments later. I'll buy this apartment after we live stream. Because me buying an apartment live, it's kind of boring, but because I got to transfer money over and all that kind of stuff. But anyway, I really want to draw, and I want to see who wins. Let's go. This is the drawing. Not angry, not snowman, not Mr. Grinch. No. Mad, no. Backache, that's close.
Oh.
Hold on. Okay.
He seems upset.
He is upset. Spine, bloody knuckles, back pain. No, here, hold on. I'm gonna do this. Okay.
Ooh, heartbroken?
No.
What is it? Heart attack? No.
Broken back.
No.
Chiropractor?
Fainted, fart, diarrhea, running, stroke. Guys, it's cramp. It's cramp. He got a cramp.
Yeah, he got a cramp on the twig of his back.
He was cramping. I swear, guys, you guys are terrible at this game. I'm just joking. I'm a bad drawer. I'm the bad drawer. Okay, I'm the bad. Okay, so let's just do this. Green fingers. You won the first one. Okay, I do have two more. I promise I will fulfill these, but we'll have to save that for next time. Her monsters. When do you guys have mint again?
Soon.
Dang it. All right, we're trying to here. I would love this. I would love to have you guys back on the stream for your mints whenever that comes out. And then that's when I'll buy up and I'll give away that next apartment. And that's when you'll match me and we'll do that. Is that okay?
Sounds good.
I would love to have you guys on. You guys were an absolute blast. Green fingers, be sure to reach out to Her Monsters on Twitter. Guys, be sure to check out Blake from Spartlags, the Warden, and Her Monsters, Burn and Seven. Check out their Discord. Check out all their stuff, especially if you're interested in it. I honestly, I'm in awe of both of these projects. Creators and project devs, they always get my full respect, especially when they are coming off with original content. They're both coming at it from two different angles from what I could tell. Blake is really coming at it for utility heavy angle, and especially in the education sector. I really appreciate it, really like that. And then Her Monsters, I mean, like, come on, we have not seen a website that clean ever. I mean, I just cannot picture of another website. And it's not the website per se, but it's the creativity and it's the attention to detail that really shine from the website. So like, that's kind of what I gather from it. Anyway, I appreciate both of you guys. Blake, you're the most genuine guy that, I mean, in the space, honestly, like, truthfully, I'm not trying to just, say whatever, but I had dinner with him at CNFT Con. I hung out with him for a little time. For a while. And so I really got to know you guys. Very, very quality people. Everyone in the chat, you guys are the stars though. Thank you guys so much for joining us. Check us on the next live stream and we will see you in the next one. See you guys. Have a